Okay, so this last part of the review, just a couple more problems. So we need to know the distance formula. The distance formula always works, but to also, oops, that should say 4, not 14. We can also use the Pythagorean theorem shortcut. This usually works well when we're given a picture, numbers are whole numbers, and they're close together. Alright, so I created a right triangle. C is always the hypotenuse. Alright. Anyways, just a matter of counting. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For the Pythagorean theorem shortcut, we just create a right triangle. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. I'm going to get 7 squared plus 5 squared equals c squared. 49 plus 25 is going to be 74. Take the square root. You got to use a calculator for this. And it's about 8.6. Alright, so we got the distance formula, but look how quicker that is. I think it's easier. I think you guys will like it better. We use Pythagorean theorem shortcut a lot, but distance formula always works. So now we just got several midpoint problems and then Redenzo. So given point A, -4, 5, and B, 92, comma, -37, find the midpoint. So let's review. We have this midpoint formula, giant midpoint, x sub 1. So you're basically just averaging the coordinates and it tells you the middle. Alright, you're adding the two coordinates together and dividing by 2, and it's going to tell you the coordinates of the midpoint. Alright, so basically I got x1, y1, x2, y2. So this is the formula, but remember, if we're given a graph, we can use other techniques like counting and using some logic. And just some fun facts, if we plug this into a calculator, like this is an ordered pair, but if we plug this, like notice how this is a comma, we don't add these together, but anyways, if you plug this into a calculator, it's going to look like -4 plus 92 divided by 2. And this would look like 5. I have to put parentheses around thing so it knows it does the correct order of operations. Your calculator's not very smart. But nonetheless, if we're good, we can just plug this into a calculator and get 44, then -16. Alright, so that's how you can find the midpoint algebraically using the formula. Alright, two more problems. If M is the midpoint of AB and the coordinates of A is -5, 1 and the coordinates of M are 7, 1, -1, find the coordinates of B. So let's go ahead and just plot this really fast. A is -5, 1, so left 5, up 1. M is 7, -1. Actually, let's change this. Let's plot twist. Let's say that's 0. We'll change it just for fun. 0, -1. That means we're just going to go down 1. Alright. Oops. Hold on. Mr. Oswald brain party, can't count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 right there. That's where A should have been all along. And that's M. Alright, so we have this segment that says find the midpoint. Or find the endpoint, so it's bad. This would be bad to put it somewhere right here. Why? This is a midpoint. Alright, so we have to be very careful. We have to read the directions. That means the other endpoint is going to be somewhere over here. Alright? We have to find the other endpoint. We're given an endpoint, midpoint. We're given an endpoint, midpoint. We have to find the other endpoint. Alright, so we can use the midpoint formula again, just kind of work backwards. We have two versions of it, or let's just use logic. Alright, so like how we go down 2 over 5 to get to the midpoint, we goes just down 2 over 5 again, and boom, that's the coordinates right there. 5, -3. Alright, so don't forget, we can use shortcuts. We always don't have to use formulas. Formulas always work. Sometimes we can get away with counting. That's good to understand as well. Okay, and then the last problem in segment shown on the right, G is the midpoint of FH. So just to be certain, I'm going to put tick, tick. So now I know that they're the same. FG is 3A plus 19. And FH is 7A minus 2. Alright, so that's really important by labeling my picture, because now I can determine that what's this over here. I have half, I have a whole. What's this other half? Well, they're congruent. So this is also 3A plus 19. Don't set them equal to each other. Don't claim that half of it equals a whole. 1/2 plus 1/2 equals a whole. So then I can say, well, 3A plus 19 plus 3A plus 19 equals 7A minus 2. All right? And getting to this equation right here is the hard part. Combine like terms, 6A. 19 plus 19 is 38. 7A minus 2. Notability's not letting me change color again. So all I have to do is find A, and then I'm done. And then 40 equals A. Alright, that's a really big number. Anywho, that's the end of the review. I can't move my notability to zoom out, so good luck and have fun on the test.